Robert, when you went back and looked, what was the most alarming thing about the penalties?
Like I said yesterday, our operation had been good throughout camp and the first 3 weeks of the season. One good yesterday. There's obviously things that we just watching the tape, and we talked at length this morning already as a coaching staff, that there's definitely things that we can make better for the players.
How so?
Just like I said, I'm not going to get into detail on scheme, but from a pre-snap operation, things that we can do better just to clear their minds a little bit.
Robert, when a team has a lot of penalties, one of the criticisms, they're undisciplined. The finger gets pointed at coaches sometimes. How much responsibility do you think coaches take in a situation like that?
We take responsibility for everything that happens on the football field, because it's the seat we live in. We categorize penalties in 3 ways, and with regards to pre-snap penalties, that's a focus thing, and it's not as simple as saying, well, the player's not focused. It's, are we as coaches adding too many things that create a lack of focus, where they're just they're thinking about too many things pre-snap. In-play penalties, we're always going to coach to toe the line of aggressiveness with regards to the way we play football. I think that's why we are the way we are, from a defensive perspective at least. And then post-snap penalties, which is a discipline issue. When you're, I don't think Allen's an undisciplined player, but rules are rules. But doing things after the play that result in penalties. So those are the 3 categories. And but as a coach, you're always going to coach all 3 of them as hard as you can. You're always going to look inward to see what type of language you're using to cause the penalties. And so yeah, we're always going to look inward to try to make sure things get fixed.
Robert, specifically with Brees, I don't know if it's maybe it's just the eye test, but it looks like there's a little bit of a lack of explosiveness. I mean, he doesn't look like the same player that you guys have had the last couple of years, and I think the yards per carry and the performances indicate that. So why do you think he hasn't gotten going yet? Is that an accurate assessment of where things stand right now with Brees? I mean, just what have you seen from him?
I feel like Brees had a couple of good. I know yesterday it wasn't clean. It wasn't his best game, but I don't think there's an issue with Brees with regards to explosiveness and all that. He still has plenty of juice. His GPS numbers are fine. Just chalk it up to a bad day. Everyone has them, and fully expect them to bounce back.
Robert, you referenced the cadence yesterday in one of your answers about penalties. Do you think you guys have to alter anything there with Aaron's cadence?
No. Yesterday I was mentioning operation. We're always going to push the envelope with cadence, always. But with regards to operation, getting in and out of the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage, the communication that's being had, those are all things that we can continue to look at and clean up. But from a cadence standpoint, that's part of what makes us who we are, and we're going to continue to always push the envelope on that.
What specifically did you mean then, Robert, when you said that you guys maybe weren't good enough or ready for the cadence yet?
So cadence is all part of operation, and the finishing line on that statement was operation, and our operation had been good up until yesterday. Obviously, there's things that showed up, and it's something that I think we can definitely get fixed.
Do you anticipate Aaron being listed on the injury report this week?
I don't think so. From everything that I've gathered, it's just a standard wear and tear of getting beat up a little bit yesterday.
And I think it was 14 hits, according to the game book. So when you're a coach looking back on that, what's going through your mind, and does it kind of give you a little sick feeling in the pit of your stomach seeing your 40-year-old quarterback, get banged around like that?
To be honest, it'd make you sick if he was a 20-year-old quarterback. So you want your quarterback feeling comfy back there, and he definitely wasn't comfortable. And give those guys credit. They're a legit top 5, top 3 defense, legit top defense, and they're going to give a lot of teams a lot of a lot of headaches. Last week they beat up on Tampa, and Tampa just dropped 33. So it's a good defense. Give them a lot of credit.
Robert, what went wrong with the pass protection?
Like I said, man, they've got a really good group. They create a lot of one-on-ones. You know, they did a really nice job in coverage, and they got after it. You know, give them, like I said, it's good defense.
Robert, how would you assess how Tyron
Robert.
Smith has played the last couple of weeks?
So, give it to me one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tyron Smith, like how would you assess how he's played lately?
He's doing fine. You know, it's always going to look at things that we can improve on, but I know as he continues to get comfortable with everything, he's going to get better and better too. So he's doing fine.
Take a couple more, Coach. A couple more.
Robert, are any of the players who went on IR at the end of camp going to return to practice this week?
We're looking at possibly Lecky Fotu, and he'd be he's the one that's up for discussion.
On the touchdown play, does DJ have to do just get through that bunch a little quicker? Like maybe he got picked or whatever, but does he just need to get through there a little quicker?
That was poor communication. There was one set of communication made and a whole different set of communication played, if that makes sense. And so it was lack of communication that led to the guy getting open.
Are you guys using the same plan for London that you used in 21, or are you making alterations?
There's some variation. It's similar in that we're leaving on Thursday night, but there's going to be some variation to how we operate once we arrive, including Saturday. So it's a little nuanced to see if we can start a little bit faster than we did the last time we went there.
Any more questions for Coach?
Robert, I had one more. And Corley, 0 snaps yesterday. What does he have to do to get on the field?
He just needs to continue to work. You know, there's a group of receivers ahead of him, obviously, that are operating a little bit better than he is right now. And but we as coaches also have to continue to work to develop them and get them ready to contribute to the offense.
Last one here, Rich.
And just one thing on the pass protection again, just looking back on the 5 sacks, it looked like on a couple of them, Aaron may have held the ball too long or maybe had trouble reading what was coming. And we're so used to seeing him get rid of the ball so fast. So it was a little weird just to see him holding. What did you see?
Yeah, like I said, they did a great job mixing up their coverages. They created a lot of different one-on-ones, and they created they did a nice job. Like I said, they're a couple of the sacks were you can credit to the back end, and a couple of the sacks you can credit to them winning one-on-ones. But it's good defense.